are gone already, and half of a 10th part. And there remains that which is after the half of the 10th part. Now therefore set your house in order, and reprove your people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from you mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto you, and haste to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which you have seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hastes the visions to come, which you have seen. Ezra's concern to restore the scriptures. Then I answered before you, and I said, Behold, YaHuAH, I will go as you have commanded me, and reprove the people which are present. But they that shall be born afterward, who shall admonish them? Thus the world is set in darkness, and they that dwell therein are without light. For your law is burnt, therefore no man knows the things that are done of you, or the works that shall begin. But if I have found favor before you, send me the Ruach HaKodesh into me, and I shall write all that has been done in the world since the beginning, which were written in your law, that men may find your path, and that they which will live in the latter days may live. And he answered me, saying, Go your way, gather the people together, and say unto them that they seek you not for 40 days, but prepare you many box trees, and take with you Sariah, Dabaria, Selemiah, and Athanas, and Asiel, these 5 which are ready to write swiftly. And come hither, and I shall light a candle of understanding in your heart, which shall not be put out, till the things be performed which you shall begin to write. And when you have done, some things shall you publish, and some things shall you show secretly to the wise. Tomorrow this hour shall you begin to write. Ezra's last words to the people. Then I went forth as he commanded, and gathered all the people together, and said, Hear these words, O Yasharal. Our fathers at the beginning were strangers in Egypt, from whence they were delivered, and received the law of life, which they kept not, which you also have transgressed after them. Then was the land, even the land of Sion, parted among you by lot. But your fathers and you yourselves have done unrighteousness, and have not kept the ways which the Highest commanded you. And forasmuch as he is a righteous judge, he took from you in time the thing that he had given you. And now are you here, and your brethren is amongst you. Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding, and reform your hearts, you shall be kept alive, and after death you shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the wicked shall be declared. Let no man therefore come unto me now, nor seek after me these 40 days. The restoration of the Scriptures. So I took the 5 men as he commanded me, and we went into the field, and remained there. And the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open your mouth, and drink that I give you to drink. Then I opened my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank. And when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast, for my spirit strengthened my memory. And my mouth was opened and shut no more. The Highest gave understanding unto the 5 men, and they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that were told, which they knew not. And they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day, and at night they ate bread. As for me, I spoke in the day, and I held not my tongue by night. In 40 days they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were fulfilled, that the Highest spoke, saying, The first that you have written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that you may deliver them only to such as be wise amongst the people. YaHuAH, chapter 15. This prophecy is certain. Elohim will take vengeance upon the wicked, upon Egypt, and a horrible vision. Babylon and Asia are threatened. Vengeance on the wicked. Verse 1. Behold, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in your mouth, says YaHuAH, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against you. Let not the incredulity of them trouble you that speak against you. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, says YaHuAH, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, says YaHuAH, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, says YaHuAH, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Elohim shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail. through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell herein, for the sword and their destruction draws near, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Behold, says Elohim, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus says YaHuAH Elohim, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and has consumed the foundation of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, says YaHuAH. I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For YaHuAH knows all them that sin against him, and therefore delivers them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them, for Elohim shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. A terrifying vision of warfare. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in their wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be troubled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Syrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear, and dread, and strife among their kings. Judgment on Babylon. Behold, clouds from the east, and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star. And blood shall be from the sword unto the belly, and dung of men unto the camel's hoof. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south, and from the north, and another part from the west. And strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it, and the clouds which ye raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and the west wind shall be destroyed. The great and mighty clouds shall be lifted up full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall power out over every high and eminent place a horrible star, fire and hail, and fleeing swords, and many waters, that all the fields may be full, and all rivers with abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and grass of the meadows, and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, and make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all the wrath shall they power out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up onto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her, and they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. Judgment on Asia. And you, Asia, that are partaker of the hope of Babylon, and are the glory of her person. Woe be unto you, you wretch, because you have made yourself like unto her, and have decked your daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in your lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with you. You have followed her, that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, says YaHuAH, I will send plagues upon you, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste your houses with destruction and death. And the esteem of the power shall be dried up as flour, when the heat shall arise that is sent over you. You shall be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive you. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against you, says YaHuAH, if you had not always slain my chosen, exalted the stroke of your hands, and sang over their dead when you were drunken. Set forth the beauty of your countenance. The reward of your whoredom shall be in your bosom, therefore shall you receive recompense. Like as you have done unto my chosen, says YaHuAH, even so Elohim do unto you, and shall deliver you into mischief. Your children shall die of hunger, and you shall fall through the sword. Your cities shall be broken down, and all yours shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. You, as unhappy, shall come through the sea, and receive plagues again. And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of your land, and consume part of your glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. And you shall be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto you as fire, and shall consume you and your cities, your land and your mountains, all your woods and your fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Your children shall they carry all away captive, and look what you have. They shall spoil it, and mar the beauty of your face. Yada YaHuAH, Yada YaHuAH, Yada YaHuAH. All praise to YaHuAH for this scripture the second Esdras. We leave off finishing chapter 15, and the next week we will begin again with chapter 16. Yada YaHuAH, all praise to YaHuAH. Thank you, Brother YaNuAlua. Thank you, Shalom.
YaHuAH, yada YaHuAH, yada YaHuAH. All praise to YaHuAH, yada YaHuAH, yada YaHuAH, yada YaHuAH. Yes, you can't just go like this. No. You can't just go like this. As we do it last week, I'll just in just a few sentences, in just a few words, just how can you how can I put it, like just help us to explain little about the scriptures, anything you about the scriptures you read today, anything about it for all our listeners.
Well, all praise to YaHuAH. I just see, I see in the second Esdras that that it really complements the book of Revelation. And the book of Second Esdras was written before the book of Revelation, and it's very interesting how is the eagle is the beast that rises out of the sea. You see, and it complements the book of Daniel, as he says the angel YaHuAH and the angel basically are saying to Ezra that what he gave to Daniel, this book is giving more knowledge about the book of Daniel and his vision. So it gives us more of an idea of the vision of Daniel. So, and I just found it very interesting, the part where he tells Ezra to go with these 5 men and to go for 40 days and 40 nights to go into the field, and how the spirit, the ruach, you know, he drinks the cup with the water that looked like fire, and that's the ruach hakodesh that comes upon them, that they started to write all the scripture, you know, over to I forget what it said about how many, I think over 200 books of scripture. Basically, they were writing out, not of their own words, but through the Ruach HaKodesh, writing the scripture. I just found that so interesting, so fascinating. And how he said to give certain books to the believers and unbelievers, but certain books would be kept in secret aside for the wise. So all praise to YaHuAH. We know that these books, they were kept out of the scriptures because, you know, they didn't want the people to know of these certain understanding. And we know that the book of Jubilees tells us that in the end times, in the last days, we will be filled with more knowledge. And YaHuAH is doing all of this. You know, for us who have come to the knowledge of the name of YaHuAH and YahuSHA, we never came to this understanding on our own power, by ourselves. If you've come to know the truth about YaHuAH and YahuSHA, the true names, and coming to the understanding that the law itself has not been obliterated, that the law is still in place. You see, even the book of Second Esdras tells us that they lost the law, and YaHuAH brings it back to them. And same thing with in Yasharel in Egypt, they lost the law, and YaHuAH put the law to give to Moses, to give to the people. So this is what the world does, Hashatan. He tries to remove the law of YaHuAH so that we don't understand his character, so that we don't understand the proper way to live, the instructions for life on earth, leading us to life eternal. YaHuAH's law is still standing, and the second Esdras really enforces this. So if there's any people that are listening that are questioning coming out of Christianity, no, 100% that Yahuwah's law never changes, and that we are relearning the law, because like those in Yasharal, we're living in Egypt with all the idols, with all the pagan doctrine out there. So that pagan doctrine infiltrated all the religions of the world to take away the understanding and knowing Yahuwah and who he is, so that we may live according to his standard, according to his law, according to his statutes, that we may live in righteousness, is the way that we show that we love him. So all praise to Yahuwah. I really love this book. It's the first time that I'm actually reading it myself, reading it with everyone. So all praise to Yahuwah. Yada Yahuwah. May Yahuwah Baruch everyone. And may Yahuwah bring all of us into the truth, that we may live in the truth. In Yahusha's mighty name. Yada Yahuwah.
Wow. Yada YaHuAH, yada YaHuAH. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really love the explanation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope our listeners on the Righteousness Radio enjoy today's program. And you pick something and learn something. Because the reading of scriptures is not just reading, but it's reading with the Ruach. When you have the Ruach, that is when you can understand. Let me tell you something. You can just keep listening to the listing, preaching to you, even if you have the best teacher. But if you don't accept the Ruach that let the word to stand in you, you can't understand. You can never understand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you next time. See you next time. See you next week with the continuation. Shalom, 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 shalom. Let me tell you, if you don't have the work in you, that is one thing I love about today. When she's reading, the scripture says that the ruach, they drink. That means that the ruach could come to them. They drink the ruach of YaHuAH. That is when they started writing. Not just writing, but writing with the ruach of YaHuAH. Not just writing, not just doing something, but with the work of YaHuAH. When we are telling you that come to YaHuAH, take your time to accept his work. Do you just think that the work of YaHuAH is just something that you can do anyhow? It takes a lot of time, dedication. These scriptures talk a lot about the end time. About the beast, the sign of the beast, what is going to happen. How can you know? How would you know? If you don't take your time right now and start right now, start giving your time to the Most High YaHuAH. Start separating your time for the work so that you can open the door, so that you have to start opening your heart, open the door of your home, and invite the work of YaHuAH inside. I'm telling you, I'm using this to say shalom to everybody that have the privilege to listen to us today on the Righteousness Radio. Yes, we are very sorry. We have little network issue one time, but help us to the Most High. We help us to YaHuAH. Everything went well. And we are very sorry we are not live here yesterday, on Friday, on Wednesday, as well, even on Monday. But we are back again. Yes, we are going to be live here tomorrow with our brother YahuFidelis. Hope to see you all tomorrow on the Righteousness Radio with the same time zone. Thank you, family. Keep listening to the Righteousness Radio. Keep listening. I want you to keep listening. I want you to keep listening to the Righteousness Radio. I want you to keep listening to the Righteousness Radio. And you can join us as well on our YouTube, on our YouTube channel, YaHuAH is the Righteousness TV. On all our daily program, you are going to see there. On our daily, weekly program, everything is there. On YaHuAH is the Righteousness TV on YouTube. Join us, family. Join us right now on YouTube. Join us right now on YouTube. On YaHuAH is the Righteousness TV on YouTube. Let's proclaim the word of YaHuAH together. Let's share the word of YaHuAH together. Let's call people. Let's proclaim. Let's share it together. Because this is the end time. There is no time again. No time again. You have to start sharing. Start calling everybody around you. Let everyone know that something is going on YaHuAH is the Righteousness TV on YouTube. YaHuAH is the Righteousness TV. It's a set apart TV that is meant to proclaim the word of YaHuAH to the four corners of the earth. And the Righteousness Radio on Zeno app. Go to your Zeno app, download, subscribe. It's very easy. Search for the Righteousness Radio. It's very easy. It's free radio that is meant to proclaim the word of YaHuAH 24/7. On the Righteousness Radio, I used to tell you, it's not only weekly program. You can listen to it 24/7 because there's music there. Play it 24/7 on the Righteousness Radio. See you next time. See you. Keep sharing. Keep proclaiming the word of YaHuAH. Shalom, shalom, shalom.